What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square. We're chasing cinema.
Mr. James
.com is 3 in the morning because we just got out of a couple movies, but we were here to talk about Disney's Pete's Dragon.
Yes, Pete's Dragon. Shoo, rewind your clocks. Let's move back in time. 1977. You weren't around yet.
Nope, my mom and dad did not have a sausage party.
Which we already reviewed. You click that wide eye right up there. Did you ever see Pete's Dragon?
I have not.
Okay. Well, we fast forward now, however many years, and we have the remake of Pete's Dragon, a movie that I don't know necessarily is warranting a remake. I don't hear people talking about, hey, you know what? We need to bring back Pete's Dragon, the musical, which was one of the earlier films that combined live action and animation, old school animation. And it's a musical, and it is quite lengthy. It's a movie that isn't super well received. So I thought when I heard that they were remaking Pete's Dragon, it was an interesting choice. But when I talked to Bryce Dallas Howard, which you could find right there in the white eye, at CinemaCon, she was talking about it, and I was like, okay, I think this actually could work. Pete's Dragon, obviously about a young boy who befriends this animated dragon. In this movie, it's a CGI dragon. And Bryce Dallas Howard, Robert Redford, Carl Urban, Judge Dredd is in here. You have a bunch of different characters. I'm hoping this is a good, touching family film that everyone could enjoy. And that's all pretty much I'm going in expecting. I don't really expect anything other than that. I hope it's just a good time.
Well, it's Friday morning. I plan on watching it tonight, Friday night. So I'm going to kind of base off what you're going to say and see what happens. So how long is the movie?
The movie's about hour and 50 minutes, around there. So it's a bit on the longer side for a kid's movie.
Well, let's see after the movie if you're going to want to slay your own dragon. Alright, so we just got out of Pete's Dragon, or at least I just got out of
Sausage
Party already online, but now we're talking about
Pete's Dragon. Okay, so this is a movie where I really wanted to enjoy it, and I couldn't. Not that it's bad, but it's a movie that just feels a little bit unorganized. It feels like it puts it doesn't choose its time wisely. And being that this movie is nearly 2 hours, I didn't feel any okay, so this obviously the story is magical, right? You have this kid who goes through a tragic event at the very, very beginning of the movie, gets lost in the woods and in the forest and befriends a dragon, this magical dragon that could hide and disappear in thin air and things like that. But even though we immediately meet Elliot, Pete's Dragon, in the matter of maybe 3 to 4 minutes in the film, it doesn't feel magical. It doesn't feel wow, this breathtaking thing that you're wow, this is amazing to be a part of. And they kind of they rush ahead 6 years, and we see Elliot and Pete having fun and all that stuff, but it doesn't feel magical. It doesn't feel special. I immediately thought to when Hiccup is riding Toothless in How to Train Your Dragon 2, and just how much fun you could feel their relationship. And this movie kind of rushed that really, really important part of their relationship developing. And then, you have this 8-9-year-old boy who is roaming the forest and eventually is discovered by Bryce Dallas Howard and her family. But it wasn't until the last 30 minutes where I started feeling the magic of the movie and started kind of finding that heartwarmingness. And I'm all for slow pacing, but you need to make sure that I'm invested to continue. In this movie, it just felt like it was slow paced. And what really surprised me though is we were in the theater with a bunch of kids, and this movie, which is nearly 2 hours and is very slow, kids seemed to be into it. Kids were not freaking out. Kids weren't getting bored.
That's what's important.
Yeah. But for me, I was just kind of all right, it just kind of felt really dragging. And the last 30 minutes, you're oh, I could, that's what this movie should have been more of. That magic and this touching relationship between this boy and this dragon and what they would do for each other. Unfortunately, the movie just waits so long to give us that, intriguing moment that it just feels it's kind of too late by the time we get there. Carl Urban plays, one of the most, flip-floppity, unrelying villains of all time. He's the guy who, of course, wants to capture the dragon and wants to make money off of it, but he's very quick to be whoa, okay, he changes.
I was wrong.
Yeah,
I was
wrong. Very, very quick to kind of go along with everything.
E.T.
And it's so great because it all happens with a nod. I won't say exactly what happens, but there's just this, and you're just oh, okay, he's a change forever, But Robert Redford was good in this movie, Bryce. It was just an okay movie. I really wanted it to kind of sweep my feet.
How did the dragon look visually?
I didn't think it looked very good. It's not like supposed to look as a traditional dragon in the sense that
Has fur?
Yeah, it has fur. But Peach Dragon was the original Peach Dragon is very goofy looking. He has purple hair and he's a green dragon. It's nothing like that, but it doesn't look attractive as far as like CGI wise. Like, I mean, it's an interesting texture, and when he is flying, you can see like each of the hairs.
Well,
kinda
that one's
flying.
not CG. That one's the real one.
The real dragon.
Yeah, the real dragon is catching it flying.
Dang. Well, that changes everything, man. They trained a real dragon.
Yeah,
That's amazing. I got to go redo my review then.
I would.
But overall, I think it's a movie that hopefully the whole family can enjoy and see some really like touching moments of. But if you're someone who's expecting to be swept off your feet early, it's not the movie for you, probably.
Fair enough. Don't forget to go to chasingcinema.com on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the website,
Yep, chasingcinema.com.
all that goods.
Yep. We also have one quick thing I want to talk about. I didn't talk about it in my Sausage Party review. But me and local film scholar Dr. Jeff Krause are working tirelessly to help save a movie that's from 1927. There's approximately 2 people left from the silent film era. And this is a film that one of them started. And she is now in her 90s. She has not seen this movie. And it's one of her wishes to be fulfilled in her lifetime to see it. And me and Mr. Jeff, I'm helping Dr. Krause help make that happen. So make sure to go check out
Unbelievable.
that page right here on that white eye. It's a really, really fascinating story. The film's called Little Mickey Grogan from 1927. We were told it would never get restored because there's so many other more important Hitchcock, Chaplin, other films that need to be made. And we got it at that point, and now we just need to take it home, and it's going to be on DVD. Also going to have a 70-minute interview film with the actress Lassie Luahern. And it's going to be amazing. If you guys are into that and you guys really respect the world of motion picture and cinema and you're not here just to see what I thought about Sausage Party, make sure to go check that out.
I love it. I love it.
You never know. Some people, some of the crowd to see Sausage Party might love silent film. You never know.
Film lovers.
Yeah, exactly.
If you
love
will.
film. I mean, yeah. I mean, guys, you could help a movie be seen that's never been seen by our generation. And that's fact.
Film lovers.
Film lovers.
Love it. And in 7 days, we got a few movies.
Yes, we have War Dogs.
Looks great.
We have Kudo, Legend of Two Strings.
Should be great.
Something along that lines. And then we have
Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur.
Won't be watching.
Yeah, you want to talk about film lovers? Every film lover knows the other Ben-Hurs that came out and are major epics and super important to motion picture. This one makes me weary. It's them making a very, very important movie as far as American cinema goes. And it's just like, I hope they do it justice because it looks like it was kind of rushed. It looks like it's going to be very CGI heavy. Morgan Freeman and a few other people. But I'm hoping it's good. I'm gonna stay open-minded. It is long though, so if you're gonna come to Ben-Hur at our midnight premiere, be ready for a 2-hour and 45-minute movie.
Whew. Well, I also want to thank everyone for coming to our premieres as always, week by week by week by week by week.
Make sure to join us next week for War Dogs, Ben-Hur, or Kudo.
Kudos to you.
Kudos to you too.
ChasingCinema.com is known as
Film Lovers website.